Nice turnout considering the day.
It was really back in 2015 that the Mid-Coast Conservancy and the Atlantic Salmon Federation first approached the town saying, we like to think of ways to see if we can improve fish passage at the site. And it was part of a larger investment in the Sheepscott watershed, taking a look at everything up and down the river. And as a result of that, then they formed some citizens committees, and we went through various iterations. So, in the end, everybody stuck with it, and we were able to come out with what I think is a win-win solution where we can improve fish passage. And really, everybody was always about improving fish passage. Everybody likes, was for that. It was just the right way to do it. But the other big piece of this project, besides improving fish passage, was taking this town site, making it more accessible, making it a little bit safer, and improving the overall quality of the site. Even though there's a lot of people involved, I wanted to thank Ralph Hilton. Ralph Hilton was involved right from the beginning of the project. But I also like to thank our other partners in the project, certainly the Mid-Coast Conservancy and the Nature Conservancy. They're part of this partnership, and without those two groups involved, then this project probably wouldn't have happened either. Also, we'd like to thank the fishery agencies, both the Department of Marine Resources, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and NOAA Fisheries for their involvement. We also had really good engineers on this project, in particular Mike Burke and his company Interfluve. I just also wanted to mention the funding, because this was a mix, like all our projects, are a mix of public and private funds. So certainly we were able to compete successfully for some federal grants, but we also got private foundation grants, and there's a company working in the watershed or in Maine, Enbridge. They contributed, so there are a lot of different factors and agencies and private and public donors that help make this project a success.
Well, I think from a town perspective, it's been a really wonderful collaborative project, and the Sheepscott really is one of the defining natural characteristics of the town. It's why the town is here to begin with, and I'm really fortunate I get to drive on my commute each day across the bridge. And I'm sure that a lot of you, when you come across that bridge, you slow down just a little bit and you steal a glance, either upstream or downstream, to see what's going on with the river. It's really almost like another one of our citizens, because it changes every day. Just today, take the opportunity to think about the importance of the river, not only to the recent history of Alna, but this is a really important native travel route for our indigenous peoples. The Sheepscott has been important for thousands of years from that aspect, and I just want to pay respect to that today as well. There's so many people to thank, and Andy's thanked a lot of them. I really want to thank the town committees who've worked on the text for the kiosk. I also want to echo the thanks to Ralph. He's an incredible collaborator when it comes down to it. And also to Chris Cooper for the incredible plantings that have happened around here. And I really look forward to the day next spring when some of the shad bush that's planted here is in bloom, and we're looking at shad going up through the river. Really look forward to that day. So I can't say enough about the partners in the project and also the Atlantic Salmon Federation. You've really given the town of Alna an incredible gift that's going to outlive us all. And I thank the most important people here, and that's the Jewett family, who donated the dam to the town. Without them, we wouldn't be having this conversation or having this celebration today as well. So, also just want to say thank you to Sumco too. This stonework is it's more than stonework; it's artwork. So thank you all for that, and to Mike and his team. And it's been a pleasure to work with both Andy and Miranda on this project as well. So thank you very much.
I've always loved the character of this community and the Sheepscott River watershed. It's very different than a lot of the other salmon rivers in Maine. Almost all the sea-run fish are still here, or the sturgeon are just knocking at the doorstep just downriver. Because it's also one of a handful of rivers that still has Atlantic salmon left, and it is the southernmost river where we've had consistent spawning of Atlantic salmon in the United States. Our partners are essential, so we're really grateful to Andy and John for doing this, Miranda at the Mid-Coast Conservancy, Mike Burke of Interfluve, and particularly our state partners, Maine Department of Marine Resources, and our federal partners at U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I'd also like to end by thanking the people that live in the Sheepscot River watershed. They gave us this opportunity after working with the Atlantic Salmon Federation to find solutions that work for the community, and they also work for the fish. And we're grateful for the opportunity to have worked in your community. So thank you.
Now, everybody say Sheepscot!
We had our college on. Thank you.